Hi, my name is Carla, and this is the video for Evidence 1. In this video, I'm going to explain the relationship between planning, the title presentation, communication skills, and audience for successful presentations. First of all, we must know the concept of these 4 elements. Starting with planning. Planning is identify the goals to be achieved. It consists on formulate strategies, arrange or create the means required, and implement, direct, and monitor all steps in their proper sequence. Then we have the types of presentations. Approximately, there are 11 types of presentation. For example, the informative ones, motivation, interviews, persuasive, entertainment, etc. Each one has a function, an audience, strategies, and visual and non-visual supports. It depends on the purpose of the presentation and the message you want to give. There are also communication skills. It's the process by which people exchange information, mood, and meaning through verbal and non-verbal message. I think that this one is the most important element because you need to involve many different types and forms of interaction. For example, you need to consider a lot of things like eye contact, gestures, verbal contact, language, the message, visualization, noise, context, channel, feedback, the structure of the presentation, the main point, the transition, etc. And the last element is the audience. These are the people to whom the presentation and the message that you want to give will be directed. You need to make a research to determine who is in the audience in terms of gender, race, socioeconomic status, faith system, occupation, etc. It is also important to determine your audience based on interest, knowledge, and attitudes. Under those terms, there are generally 4 types of audience: onward, indifferent, favorable, and unfavorable. Okay, now that we know the meaning of each element, we can find the relationship between these ones. It is clear that each of these elements are important, and if we omit one of these elements, the presentation will not be effective. The reason is because one depends on the other. For example, on TEDx video, where they give us tips for presentation, they start with the planning. This is the origin of all the presentation. In this part, we determine the purpose, objectives, the topic, etc. And based on what is established in this first step, the type of presentation that is intended to be given is determined. So that afterwards, the communication skills to be used can be determined, taking into account the audience that is being reached. It is here where we observe that each element is related to the other. It is like a kind of chain in which if it is broken in one part, as I already mentioned, the presentation will be damaged. We have found many elements that can change the way we speak and how our presentation are created, from the planning and development to the type of presentation and skills of communication. Most of them depend on external factors including the audience and the physical means such as the place, sound, and projections. No matter what your ambition or your necessities are, understanding the steps in building a strong presentation is of paramount importance. This understanding includes a combination of factors ranging from the organization of the information you wish to present or your manner of speaking, and even the use of your body to communicate exactly what you want. I consider that I am ashamed when I need to present something because I get so nervous. But with the time, I think that I've been improving myself in the way I present. So I think that skills I already have like the control are like eye contact. I start with the first step that it's planning. I like to research information to know the audience I'm going to present. And the skills I need to improve and get better are like the way I speak, because like the verbal language, because I start like saying and I think that that's not correct. And also the body language, because I start to move a lot, and that's not good for the message I try to give.